Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot. Hope you guys are feeling pretty well, doing all right. Welcome to your weekly reading. Today we are going to be exploring your current and your future energy. We're going to be looking at that with the Wisdom of the Oracle, and then also the Hermetic Tarot and the Lenormand. Let's see. I'm going to say, if you've been here, sorry for the late upload. I haven't been feeling too well. Still not feeling too well today, but needed a video to post. So we'll be doing your current and future energy today. We'll start with the Wisdom of the Oracle. I got it out. The Wisdom of the Oracle to get the overall, and then we'll look at 2 cards each with the Lenormand and then the Hermetic Tarot. So, anyways, let's get into that. You'll see. We got higher power at the bottom. Very nice. Shuffling before I start. What was I thinking? I had 2 songs in my head. There's one. I Can Only Imagine by Tamala Mann. That's been in my head all day. And I don't know why. Usually I can piece together why. what it pertains to, but this time I couldn't. Something personally, at least for me, yet. But whatever that song means to you, however it makes you feel. Ooh, I had one fall out. Poised. I forget what poised is about, but it's a stance. So maybe taking a stance for something, an important stance. But the other song I was hearing was Eat Your Young by Hozier. That's a new one that he's written. And that just recently came into my brain. So check out those 2 songs, whatever they could mean to you. What am I looking for here? Oh, the book. Because Poise came out. I don't know what the heck that's about. I don't know what number it was either. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you like. Comment. All the wonderful things. And if you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is down below. I love you guys so much. I'm looking for Poised. And again, excuse me if I sound dead. If I sound weird today. Just getting over some sickness. Poise is 48, page 180. Being ready brings something to light, being at your best in confidence. That's the overall message of it. So, being ready brings something, being at your best. Yeah, it's like a stance. It's like imagine a fighter's perfect stance, or like their power move. It's like, now I'm like imagining, when you have to if you ever played video games with fighters, where you have to load up their superpower, and then when you use it, it's like perfect, and it's like a high attack. I don't know, getting yourself ready for something, loading up your power. Let's see what we have with the Wisdom of the Oracle, with your overall energy. We have Bella the cat joining us. With the Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, that was quick. Quicker than usual. A change in the wind for the current and future energy. I think that's quite perfect, honestly. I like that because it actually shows a bit of a change of between your current and your future. Doesn't tell me what the change is yet, at least. But I see his little gazebo first. I don't know what I think of when I think of gazebos. I think of camp and vacation. So it makes me think of in beautiful areas. Every time I know of a gazebo, it's in it's in an area that I really cherish. And usually it's a time away. Like a campsite, something like that. Or I even think of the gazebos here. Let's see. Oh, it's at the bottom, exchanging gifts. I like that. So whatever the change in the wind is, and it's very windy, so whatever the change in the wind is, it's helping you exchange a gift. Maybe you're exchanging gifts between the change in the wind. Change in the wind is and I'll read it, sure. Because I'm like, I don't know the definition of these cards quite yet. I never fully read the book. I just read it as I go. But I know the change in the wind is definitely about, like, you know, if you're moving from one place to another, it's like when the direction moves, when there's a not new direction to move in, but like a new place to go. See, even like the compass at the top, the north and south is like, and this makes me think of north and south nodes. So like your destiny, like the choices you make, versus like, I'm fumbling. Because north and south node is all about like who you can, like who you've been brought up to be versus like who you choose yourself to be. So again, like there's a shift right now where maybe taking a path to become a more authentic version of yourself, but something is happening to cause that. Don't know what yet though, but it is like nice because whatever it is you're exchanging gifts, I see at the bottom. So it's like maybe giving something up and then getting something in return. But it's a gift for sure, because like whatever you're giving up, it feels like it's meant for who you were before the shift and who you are after the shift. It's like the gift that comes in it fits you more. Like it's a weird image to think of. I hope that makes sense. I hope, because it's the image I'm getting. I don't know. It's like a mirror. You're looking at yourself. One of you holds like the color blue, the other one holds the color green, and it's like when you exchange them, they fit the picture more. So it's like, I don't know how to explain that, but it's a good thing. Let's see, changing the wind is number 12. I'm sure I gotta explain that in better words. Mercury is in Pisces. I always do my best to fight through choppy waters when trying to use words. A change in the wind, number 12. The essential meaning is a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. So the message in this is it's human nature to yearn for certainty and to resist change, to want the world to remain consistent, like zebra stripes. Oh, that's why they're here. Oh, because the black and white. Oh, the zebra stripes wanting it to remain consistent. Which is funny because like the zebra stripes, black and white, which would mean like something is black and white. It's easier to discern. It either is or it isn't, which is probably what you want the path to be more like super simple. But there's a lot more color than is expected. I think it's what the card initially says with that message. It's like you expect it to be a certain way with the black and the white. But it's interesting, even like zebras don't even share the same pattern. So like even in the black and white, things can be very complicated. But let me continue. Yet nothing in the human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air. They serve to scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. I like that. That's what the exchanging gifts, I feel that. So life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. The unknown is where the magic lies. Very moon energy. I like that. A little bit of magician energy with that whole exchanging gifts and with the magic at the bottom here. So things are about to shift, things are about to change, and it may feel uncertain. It may feel a little bit more difficult to know where you're going, discern where you're going, because again, it's almost moon energy, but at the same time, it's also very, I don't know, it feels like judgment, where it's like, it's big decisions, big change, big shift, unknown, and almost like tower. Yeah, I can go grab her. Give me 1 sec, please.
If she didn't answer the door.
Okay, I'll grab her. 1 sec. Uh, just a moment. Gotta make sure everything's cool. All right. But yeah, I like that. I don't know. Changing the wind has a lot going for it, especially with even though there may be again uncertainties and things that you just aren't used to. It's gonna be for the betterment of things. Like the best example I can think of, and I don't know why I can't think of anything else, is like when you grow older. You know how like your taste changes and stuff like that. If you're not much older and you're watching this, I'm not sure if this will resonate with you, but sometimes where it's like spices or flavors you may have thought were like really gross as a child growing up, and when you change tastes on it, it's like it's an evolution. It's like now you can eat more things. Now you can also enjoy the taste of things that you didn't like before. But it's like that's the gift exchange. It's like you give up your youth and you give up the past version of you. Um, so that may be something you give up. You give up that innocence, that childishness in a sense, maybe. But then like the gift that you get in exchange is like a new variety of foods, a wider palette. And it's not the best example, but it's the only one I can think of right now. Excuse the flies. What the fuck? Anyways, let's look at your current and your future energy now with the Lenormand, and then we'll clarify with tarot. Okay. So with the Lenormand, at the bottom we got the swans. I keep forgetting what these are sometimes. That's nice. Knight of Cups, the knight. So it's the not the page, not the king, but the knight. I always do that to differentiate between the number 9, which is actually funny. That's the number that was right below it. Hilarious. So yeah, I don't know. There's movement in the heart. There's movement in something emotional. There's a change in the wind. So there is definitely like when wind. It's funny if there's the Knight of Cups. If there's movement in the heart in the water, with the change in the wind. I don't know if whenever you see wind direction on top of water, like the ocean or a lake, you can definitely see how it pushes and pulls. So there could be a push and pull here as well. And even the moon has something to do with the push and pull of the water. So a very water energy, very air energy. And there was talk about a storm, so something about a storm. I'm not too sure though. I'm not too sure. I'm doing alright. How you doing? And what are storms, really? My brain won't process what a storm is, really. So we're going to keep moving forward. That's probably you guys saying, pull out the cards. Taking too damn long. Let's see. Current energy with the Lenormand. Oh, wait. Oh. A bunch flying out, but I did see the moon. Out of all these cards, it's so funny. So definite moon energy. Current energy. Oh, wait. There's like a bunch flying out. Oh, the lilies. More of that air energy. So the King of Swords. Why does it feel very kind of Ten of Swords? But it does, but it doesn't. Because this thing is alive. Longevity. Growth. This can be growth in something. Growth in something very long lasting. So maybe a relationship. Just receiving in your current energy, like receiving a major growth to it. It's at the bottom, the home with the King of Cups. Oh, King of Swords and King of Cups. Look at literally that water and air energy. That's exactly the water and air energy that we're experiencing. So if I'm asking about the storm and I'm getting these two cards, it literally, holy, what the fuck? It literally, sorry, excuse me, being sick is really frustrating for me. The King of Swords and the King of Cups, it's like if I'm asking about the storm, I'm getting this water energy. First of all, both kings, so masculine. This is about like bleeding. This is about control when it comes to like the masculine energy, so controlling. So maybe trying to control the storm, trying to lead the storm away. I don't know. It would look with the house and both these lilies, it's like, imagine this vase of lilies inside this house. It's like you're protecting something while also protecting like protecting on the inside of the house and also still protecting the outside of the house. Protecting with that king energy, protecting, even teaching and leading, like learning how to build it up, learning how to grow in your current. And like imagine a storm hits this house. Imagine you grow this up to be, because the storm is would be nurturing to this plant with the right amount of water. And then it also teaches you more so how to protect, like how to build a house so that it doesn't get taken down by a storm. So it feels a lot like, I don't know, the storms of life, growing through them, learning how to create longevity through it, not to let your house be broken down by the storm, but like even if you do get broken down a bit by the storm, to learn how to like continue to prosper within it, you know. So no, learning, so growing. This is the current with the lilies, and whatever it is, it's longevity, it's long term. The King of Swords, it's like the first thing that comes to mind with King of Swords for me is history. So this is maybe just like correcting history, creating a good future. And history is like past, present, and future. So like creating a good future based off of your past and your present. I can't tell what number this card is anymore. I think it's number 30. I've had this deck for a while. Motherfucker is gone. I think it's either 30 or 36, but I can't tell. Oh well. I see a 3, so something's being birthed, being created. And when I saw the 4 for the house, it's like you're birthing it. Literally with the lilies, you're birthing it, and then with the 4 of the Emperor energy, then you're protecting it. So it's like very layered. This is a very layered thing. See all these birds. A flock of birds always gives me 10 of Swords energy, so yeah. In the exchanging gifts, whatever it is that you're choosing to nurture long term, it's like that equal balance, because 10s feel like equal balance to me. That equal balance of what you're choosing to care for long term, you're also leaving something behind that may, with the King of Swords, the history energy, you may have been interacting with long term. But it's like to give one up is also to receive something beautiful. So I don't know, it's a good thing. although it may cause pain with Ten of Swords, it's a good thing. So what's the future energy with Lenormand? Oh, oh, the wish. Oh, the wishing well. If I had one wish. That's not the only song that came to mind. Not the only song that came to mind. I can't think of the other one though. My God, Airplanes. Who is that by? You know. Can we pretend? Oh my God. And literally a shift in the wind. I can't stand when that happens. Because I'm like, it's wind. And this is a fucking foam. How do you do that? Strong. So, no, it's funny. It fell down at that song. So there's something important about and there's that water. It's not completely water because it's the magician energy with all these, with all the symbols. Different than like the King of Swords, who is specifically air with the swords. This is all of the elements that the magician would use to make this wishing well. It's like the journey would be maybe earth. The blazing sun as he takes the journey would be that fire. You can think of like the wind as he's like having to push against the wind, have to walk up through the journey, just like all the elements that are being interacted with. And then the water in this is actually part of the wishing well, like his wells are filled up with water. And so in this, but because that's the key element I see here, being that the well is filled with water, and that's what you make your wish into. So even that wish could be part of that air energy. What I see here is interesting because it's like you have the King of Swords with the air, and you have the water here with the well. Something about your mind with the King of Swords and their current, and how with the lilies you're nurturing it, because the King of Swords. Excuse me, because I don't know what the hell. The King of Swords, you're like nurturing something that was really gross. Sorry. The King of Swords, you're like nurturing it, like growing a plant, which takes a lot of like research and thought and like logic, right, to grow a plant. But at the same time, it takes a lot of feminine energy, nurturing, patience in the dark, allowing it to grow and caring for it, even if things are taking time. So that's where the air energy is going for most of this, and a lot of that water energy I can feel. But then with like the well here, it's like you're now in the future. You're it's really cool. You've got a wish to make, and I think this is your key. This is your ticket in your current energy, because like imagine like in the future, basically, that's definitely a wish you're making. And it's a really good thing. This is part of that gift exchange. This is where you come up and you release one thing, like you release the coin, the penny, the nickel, whatever it is, even a quarter, honestly, it's all about what the value that it's all about the value you place on it, and like, asking to receive, like what you've asked for, and if you're asking for something, maybe giving up something equally as valuable, something like that. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to be even that. It's just having enough faith to outweigh what you're asking for, It definitely feels like asking you shall receive. So honestly, it's like it just really takes that. It takes that faith and the belief in you asking for what you want. It was really cool because it's like that is part of it, but also the universe is acknowledging this part where it's like you've not only are you you're taking the journey to come to the well to make the wish, you've already done some like homework beforehand. It's like you've already done some, and it's funny because I think King of Swords is history, and that makes me think of homework as well. And history was one of my lowest rated subjects. I was D-. I'm not the kid for history. I'm getting better at it, but so it's just interesting because this just feels like Yeah, like even the way like I can't like history is difficult for me. This could have been like a more difficult, a more time consuming, a more like it could have like drained a lot more of your energy having to do it. But it's your key, honestly, to something beautiful in this. 'Cause it's like an extra piece that's being added. How do I explain that? Your future energy. There's a beautiful wish to be made, and it's like maybe that is the gift you're exchanging, or it's like, oh, oh, okay. That I mean, that's not always the best feeling, but like this is imagine like you've grown something to its beautiful completion, and it's like you imagine you're gonna be with it forever, but then it's like in order to move forward, in order to have the shift, the change in direction, it's like giving this up to the well. It's like a major release almost. It's something that you you really worked for, you really care for, but when you give it up, you're able to receive like a beautiful new journey. You can't see it yet, but giving this up is going to bring you like this, but tenfold. And I don't know. That's beautiful though, because you're making a wish for something. That's really nice. The Norman. Oh, it's so cool. Look at how these resemble each other, like the well and the birds. But then I'm not even gonna stop there because immediately got flashed with Troye Sivan's got me started. Because these cards really did get me started. Look at the gazebo and how we have this underneath the deck, and look at the card we've had the whole time, a change in the wind. Look at how the gazebo is there in both cards. It's very cool. The wind is very strong right now too, and I do not know why. It's strong every day, but it's literally stronger right now. Okay, 7 of Pentacles with that too. So, what you are a new environment, new friends, new social groups. But for some reason I'm looking at this bird, so it feels like whatever it is here, I don't know why I feel top dog energy from you, but it's just like wherever you're going to be, it's like you're revered, but it's like you needed this group, so it's like you revere them just as much as they revere you, but it's like you have a more of an individualistic touch to you, maybe something they're not used to, but it's like the perfect piece to everyone's puzzle. So I don't know. Je ne sais. Let me go ahead and move forward with the Hermetic Tarot and see what else we have for clarity on this. That change in the wind is for real though. I don't know why the fuck. It's so windy. The star at the bottom, very nice. Healing. Opening. I see there. I've never really looked at that walnut before. Whatever the heck she's coming out of, but birthing. He or she, I should say. He, she, or they. Can't really tell in the card. Okay, let's see here. With the Hermetic Tarot, we have the current energy as the Lilies with the King of Swords. The longevity, the history, the growth. It really does feel like it literally is like a lily growing, because I'll keep it exactly the same as what we're talking about, a lily growing contest, and the contest takes a year, right? So you start the process, you start growing your lilies, and then you take the entire time the process. You start off with the base plant, just the soil, the seeds, nothing like that, and then the year passes by. Your lilies are grown, they're beautiful. It's been a whole 12 months, a whole 52 weeks, however many freaking days, 365, I'm so dumb. It's been a whole 365. How many days is a year? 365 days of arduous processing. You know, you spent the time watching it grow, and then you take it to the contest, and you find out, oh wow, you win first place. But in order for everyone to get their prizes, you must actually give up your plant, give it to the judges, and they're gonna keep it. So that whole year of work is now just gone to someone else. You don't see that plant anymore. But you do have the prize, you do have the gift. I'm not sure what it is, but you do win that first place, of course. Very cool. So again, I mean, then in that's like an energy of like, imagine like growing a kid, and you grow them for even longer, 18 years. And then after all that time, you give them up to the world, and now they're the world's to have and no longer yours to hold on to, So something like that, where it's just like a long process, but the gift in exchange may be like, I don't know, for parents, peace and space from children, their life back a bit. I don't know how to explain that, but that's what that lily feels like. So let's see with the Hermetic Tarot. Congratulations on first place, though. The lilies and the current with the Hermetic Tarot. Oh, every time they fall in dirt. So I have to like. Wow, this one came out a moment ago underneath, and I just want to pull one more just to see what the hell this is about. Because Eight of Swords, being that 8 infinity, could have me going on a tangent for years. There's the Magician energy at the bottom. Yeah, I'm not even gonna shuffle. That's it for sure. So because we were just talking about this, 8 of Swords and Magician. 8 of Swords and Magician have much more in common, I feel, than we even realize. Because the 8 of Swords is self-manifested usually. Like, we usually are on a mind block with the 8 of Swords because with the 8, it's the number of mastery. It's the number of like I always think of like the Tom Ford assembly line. It's like when you know how to do it right and you do it again and it comes out right that many times, you just keep that process up because it's the most efficient and it brings out the most rewards. It's very Magician energy. I guess that's Jupiter in Gemini. I can't tell those right now. I'm too sick to think. But yeah, just very Magician energy in your current with the lilies. So it's interesting. 8 of Swords, so it's like self-manifested. Whatever this growth is, you've manifested it yourself, although it's causing some mental block. It's making you, maybe keeping you in an infinite cycle. Maybe it's like you've grown something to its completion, or it's like there is no more possible growth within this, in this scenario. But it's like even maybe with the Magician energy, like the painter, the creator's energy, it's like there has to be something else I can put into this painting. There has to be another piece I can add. And it's like where you get like creatively blocked and you get stopped because it's like you're trying to make the art something that it's not. So it's like, I don't know, maybe in King of Swords, all that king energy and the Magician energy, I don't know, it feels very masculine. So it's like trying to control the journey when in reality, it's about just flowing through the journey and letting things come to you. That's probably better for the Magician. But the 8 of Swords with the lilies, now it also just feels a bit like harvesting, where it's like, but this is the part of harvesting where you have to like cut down the old. So this is definitely cutting down the old. This is the part of the lilies where if like you were presenting them in a vase, this is the point where you're gonna cut them out of the water. So no longer supporting whatever this is. That's really interesting. No longer, really, at least emotionally or like within the water. Well, like you can still water plants that are what is that then? So taking them out of their natural habitat, taking the lilies out of like maybe the garden, like you had them in an outside garden, taking them out. This is where you do like the cutting process, right? And then you're putting it into a vase. So you're still gonna support it. You're still gonna keep it alive for display, for the display purposes of giving it up in its most beautiful. Beautiful. Like you're still going to be able to utilize this in order for your gift exchange. This is like keeping it as beautiful as when you grew it to be. This is a hard thing to explain. Keeping it pristine, not changing it, not trying to force change on what it is, but releasing it as it is, where it's grown to, not trying to add or take away, just like letting it be as it may. And this is like cutting it out of the garden and then putting it into a vase so that it's ready for display, So it's no longer growing, it's no longer being supported by the earth, by the ground. So there's nothing physical you have to do for it anymore. Because just maybe now is time to, release. So it's really cool though with the magician, because that magician energy is what I feel not only cause the Eight of Swords, but will be what gets you out of that Eight of Swords. So it's nice because no matter what, you're gonna be. And honestly, like I say, every card every card has a good and bad too. So the Eight of Swords, again, like 8 is very, very. What's the word? 8 is very not just powerful. What was I just saying? Tom Ford assembly line, like not the consistency. Jesus Christ, what's the word? Efficient. And it brings you more of what you want. I'm trying to think of the word. Fruitful, abundant, something like that. So it's like, it's very cool because the Eight of Swords can also bring you a lot more with the swords options. It can bring you a lot more pathways. So it's like being able to use a magician for the Eight of Swords. This will open up your path. This will open up like your mental pathways. Open up abundance in your mind. Help you come to a more creative thought space where it's not only you being creative with your heart, but it's like you also using your mind to master things, which is a really good thing. That the Eight of Swords can be really good as well, and I think that's what's being created here. Once you give this up, once you release this, once you also even maybe understand the importance of it, because that's also another key thing to history, is understanding the importance of things. If we don't release history, then we tend to repeat it, but if we appreciate and understand it, we can tend to move past it. So that's sort of what the energy is as well. But that's nice. Seven of Pentacles, once again, we had that earlier with the birds, so that's cool. Let's see, the wishing well in the future. So we have the wishing well in the future energy, number 41, which is about a 5, because 41's a 5, and 5s are about change, which is funny because we got the change in the wind. So there's a definite change going on here. Not sure what about though yet. Well, I mean, definitely I feel like the change has to do with something you're releasing versus something you're receiving. And that's as much as I can see so far. Let's see, the wishing well with the Hermetic Tarot. Oh, another 7. We got the Chariot. And literally at the bottom, again, the 7 of Pentacles. And I've been shuffling. This mother freaking wind. It's moving things that I didn't realize could be moved. Like, wind is more powerful than I expected. Wind is giving me water energy. Where it's like, oh, I didn't know water could be in that space. When they find like water on a planet and they're like, oh, I didn't know that shit could be there. This is what wind is giving me right now. I didn't know it could do that. The butter. I can't believe it's not butter. I don't know. The Chariot with the wishing well. I can only see one thing so far. You're wishing for a car. That's all I can see, because I see the Chariot. And I see you're wishing for a mode of transportation. I don't know, because chariots can also represent any mode of transportation, but the Chariot also is about movement from within. So the Chariot and strength are almost like the same cards. It's like the Chariot is like having the strength to move within, and the strength card is having the strength to move without, like on the outside. So this is like maybe with this crab energy, like the tender inner parts of a crab. Chariot here is 7. Sevens again are also, or sevens to me about the journey in between. So again, there's more of the in between. It's like it's not on the outside of your body, but it's everything that happens in between, from one end to the other. So it's like this is about something that happens in between. So before you get to this wishing well, before you go and make your wish, and this is after the lilies, after you've grown something that you really have nurtured and cared about and protected, right? And before you go and make your wish in the wishing well, there's something in the Chariot that has to be, it's like something on the road trip. Before you get to the destination, before you get to the place, there's something that happens in between. There's something that's meant to be experienced, lived out, learned about, that is going to help you understand more. Because making this wish is very important. If you have one wish, well, it's like, it seems like you do. And it's like, but the thing is that you may have one, at this moment, you may have one wish. So it's like really putting in that value to understand, if you only have one wish in this scenario, what are you really going to spend it on? Sometimes you can have like 13 shooting stars that happen in one moment, right? But this is the moment where you probably only have like one. The universe is waiting on their check. Everyone's got a check. Everyone has, it's a balance. Everyone has what they can give at the time that they can give it. So you have one wish in this scenario. So this Chariot is very important, because it's like you're exploring maybe your emotional depth. You're exploring the water energy of Cancer, but you're just exploring something in between. Like there's a journey that you're going on. There's a destination. There's somewhere you've been before, and there's somewhere you're going. But right now, or in the future, I mean to say, you're going to be making a wish. Before you make that wish, it's about exploring. Maybe with the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom too, it's like exploring what you've invested in. And like imagine this is like you get like seven different plants or whatever. They're all different. You don't know what's in each one, so you start watering each one, and you just like through this journey you have to wait. And before you get to this point A, before you get to point B, you have to watch how every single plant grows to see, oh, this is what I get from here, from here, from here, from here. Now I see the whole investment. Now I can see what I want to invest in, and that's what the Chariot is doing here. Like that's where that water comes from when you nurture these plants, so that when you get here and you make your wish, you invest in the thing that you want and the thing that will benefit you the most. But also at the same time, once you make that wish, once you wish for that thing that's really going to benefit you the most, that's when this puts into action point B. So now you're at the Chariot. Now you start moving. Now your car can start, or whatever the Chariot represents can start moving. And that's what, I don't know, it brings in movement. This whole thing, this change in the wind is like maybe you were at a stasis point even this, like the stained glass windows make me think of being inside of a building. But then once you venture out, once you go on this journey, find out what's important to invest in and learn for yourself, because the sevens are not just about journeys, but they're like, to me, self journeys. And it's funny with the 8, I talked about self-inflicted things. This is very self here, and the Magician is very self as well. It just feels like Number 7 is a number of self again, but it's a self journey. It's a self learning experience, and so. But what you're able to learn, you're able to also then move on to the 8s, 9s, and 10s, and then teach others. So which is very nice because what you're using, the Chariot, is going to allow you to cause movement in your life, and this will like be a ripple effect the way the water works. It'll be a ripple effect that'll cause a beneficial effect in other people's lives. So this wish is really important because you can wish with the King of Swords, you can wish for something you've had in the past or in the present, which if it works out for you, you know, that's your choice. I'm not here to say what will or won't work out for you, but whatever you know which will best benefit you in that wish, it's really going to cause, it seems like really good movement and a really good ripple effect for like those around you. With the 7 of Pentacles, usually those in your environment. With the Chariot and that King of Cups energy with the home we had in the Lenormand, it could be those like in your home too, like just those that are close to you, those in your neighborhood. That's like the environment sort of feel. I don't know. A change in the wind is going to be pretty good. There's so much air, so much water here. There's literally nothing but, even in the tarot, minus the 7 of Pentacles, which is the only earth we got. All this air and water. Oh my god. The Magician is like the wishing well, where it has all the elements, which is funny. Magician energy is strong in this. But then the Chariot, water, and then the 8 of Swords, air. Wow, so that's super cohesive with what we were saying. Like there's nothing. Usually the energy is a little bit more unexpected, but the whole time the energy has been a lot more expected. So it's gonna mean this is, if the universe is giving it to you as plainly, that means that the work that needs to be put in, it would be on the more unclear parts, which would be like your personal actions. So just having to be more aware of like your personal actions and how you move. Like the way I explain like major arcana and minor arcana is like with major arcana, like the universe is here to help. The universe is here to step in to do, right? And all you have to focus on is like just staying still a bit and doing what you may. But it looks like you did that when you built the lilies. So now the universe is more looking to you to take that walk to the well, to take that personal journey experience. So the energy all around will probably be will be pretty similar, be pretty stable, not stable, but like consistent, because it feels more like if there needs to be a change in the wind, and it has to come from you in a sense, not from the universe. But I don't know. I mean, I do think so. That's what the cards at least look like, what they say. I don't know. Other than that, hopefully this helps. Looking at the cards now. A change in the wind is imminent, and you're exchanging gifts, because what the change in the wind is bringing is, if you feel like you've been in this black and white, and this everything is the same, it's either black, it's either white, it's either like, it feels like extremes, maybe extreme highs or lows, just like in between. I don't know. It feels like now it's bringing in a lot of color, a lot of balance, a lot of needed change. That's very nice. Hopefully this helps. Again, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, notifications. And if you want a personal reading, I'm looking at the moon. It's very cute. And if you want a personal reading, information for that is also down below. Other than that, thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys on the next one, where I'll be feeling a little better, more than likely, hopefully. Pray for me. Thank you for being here.